Welcome back to another video coming in over on a different direction here on the water. There's not too much to show on this initial flyby, although the first thing you might notice here is the addition of a dock. That's where our toolsmith used to be. He had died quite a while ago, and I thought I might as well just put that there. And I've also got a lot of cleared space that you're going to wind up seeing as we fly by, this little side route that we're looking at right here. We probably put some buildings in there, and hopefully some farms up top on top of the cliff. This is back of my base. So I want to showcase a bit of a project we got going on for today. Um, First thing I'm going to wind up needing to do is get some rockets so I can fly around a bit more. But I'm also going to be crafting up some TNT and fire resist potions. I need to punch a hole through the nether ceiling and then probably explore the nether a good bit. We'll see how that plays out. So I'm in spectator mode here, and you can kind of see what my problem is. Here's where the nether is, and if I go ahead and fly right up here, you'll see I made a little bit of a pocket here where I managed to clip through the ceiling, and on top of the nether ceiling is where I've now got my portal linked up to, and I've got rails going to other people's portals. This is how we're able to travel a far distance. But now I need to get a block of bedrock removed right around in this area so that I can try to get right back down to the nether. Now, I'm just going to kind of speed this up because this really was a big flop, but I'm going to kind of show a bit of a process here of how you would typically do this if you were successful, but I do want to also showcase these failed attempts here. So the blocks I have here are pretty much all you need, and you're kind of just looking to place them in this configuration as I'm putting down now. This is a pretty well-known glitch. You can see a lot of tutorials on this online that will do a lot better than me. What you'll see is I put this trapdoor very much in the wrong spot, and so I wind up being very surprised when it doesn't wind up working. I mean, it fails for a lot of different reasons here. This first one, I mess up the timing and the trapdoor's in a wrong spot. You'll see me rush over, get some more supplies, and try again. Realistically, the main premise of the glitch here is, at least like my positioning otherwise is generally okay. You can see a actual correct placement this time. There we go. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to spam place a piston where I'm looking. And you kind of see a result like that where I get the piston placed. If the timing is ever so slightly different, you'll see the piston facing a different direction. Or it will still be facing up. And in this case, you actually finally see me get this one correct. As you can tell by my reaction, I am very excited. Let's go. All right, now all of this was just so I could try to get down to the nether once again. I was needing a bunch of magma blocks. This is mostly just because they're not a bad way of setting up kill chambers for mob farming. And so this is all going to be used for a mob farm I just kind of want to showcase here. This is, I guess, just the first actual farm I'm building, or proper farm, I would say. But look at this. Look how much magma block I wind up finding in here in this little pocket, just completely hidden away. And this just keeps going and going and going. Like, it does not stop. I got quite the haul by the end of it. So this was all pretty good for what I definitely intended to take a lot longer. And for this last bit of prep, we're just going to hop up here and clear out some space in the back. This is on the cliff behind my house. I wound up leveling all of this up just so I can kind of do whatever I need that might take a lot of space. For this case here, I'm going to go ahead and get a mushroom farm going. Well, I'm going to screw up the border first, and then I'm going to do that. I put this stone here because I was a little concerned about whether or not growing mushrooms would cause the mycelium to turn to dirt. That was not an issue, so that was completely unnecessary to do, but oh well, we have it here. It looks all right. But just going to be farming some mushrooms for a while, and we'll get back whenever I've actually got all the stuff. Okay, so we're going to be building a slime farm utilizing our swamp here. Swamps passively, not passively, sort of, they add slimes to their hostile mob spawning pool. And so we're going to be getting a farm that's specifically trying to isolate those, so only they are spawning. So we've got magma blocks that we're going to be placing down. And to lure the slimes in, one of these shulkers I've got. This one right here. So we've got fences we're going to put around here, and we're going to get an iron golem that will keep stacked right in there. I'm going to probably put him in later. I don't want, in the off chance that a mob spawns in here, the iron golem to swing at them and then wind up hitting me. That would be highly unfortunate. Need to get some blocks. Expand this out. So I need to use solid blocks for this floor here so that we can actually get mobs to spawn. And go 9 blocks out from here. 4, 5, and then we're just going to do that all around here. And while this is all going, I just want to talk about how the last video has been going. For some reason, YouTube really recommended it to a lot of people. I got like 500 views a single day, which is rather strange. I definitely built these videos with the expectation that the only people watching them would just be, well, those of us playing on the server in like a few years' time, just looking back, seeing how everything's evolved. So it's really interesting seeing some eyes on this that, well, were not originally the target audience. I had some interesting comments in the video as well, so I really enjoyed being able to see some of those. Anybody's watching this one too, hi, hello, hope you're at least enjoying some part of this. My video quality is not the best. I will hopefully be slowly improving with time. We'll see how that goes. But thanks for watching, I guess. I am surprised that people enjoy looking at all of this. Anyways, talking a bit more about what's being built here. This is all a design from Mango. I will keep a link in the description to the video I'm referencing in particular. The tutorial he includes in this video is not actually the farm I'm building, but the one he showcases beforehand. I've actually found that this one was more accessible for me in terms of resources. His other farm is utilizing powdered snow, which I do not have a way of obtaining currently. I should probably set something up for that. It's a very useful block to use. Anyways, I'm just slowly building all this up. We want a solid block platform on the bottom. And the sides of the walls, I'm going to be using stairs for. He gets into a lot of the nitty gritty as to why there's some of these choices in here, but for the most part, a lot of these block choices are based on optimizing the spawning algorithm, just to try to make the slimes spawn a little bit more densely in this actual box. That way I can get my rates up just a little bit more from what they're getting. I'm still missing some bits of the structure, even after I complete this build from what he recommends. So I will more than likely be improving this farm with time, but this is not a bad starting point for me, and I'm just trying to get all of this down. If you're really interested with how all of this works, again, I do say check out Mango's video on this. He talks about all of the mechanics behind it. For instance, brown mushrooms giving off a light level of 1, preventing all hostile mobs from spawning inside the box, except for slimes, who spawn on light levels up to, oh, I don't know what the number is, but everything else has to spawn at light level 0. Brown mushrooms give a light level of 1, so just the slimes spawn. Really, really nice. And there's all kinds of other stuff in play here, which is really, really convenient and clever. Again, check out the video. It is a much better video than I can produce. All right, so now that we've got the farm built, flying over, we can see that loading in now. That's pretty nice. I want to head up here to our platform. This is where we're also working on an iron farm. There we go. Now, this should be within range for mobs to spawn down there. And up here for a little bit, since there are no hostile mobs that be loaded otherwise, we should be getting some to start spawning. All right, so I've been idle up top here for a little bit, and had somebody else hop on the server so I could have him go into spectator mode to actually check out everything on the ground. And it does look like the farm is working. I'm going to go ahead and grab my stuff. We'll fly back down there, or at least my elytra. And we can check it all out. So first off, we've got mobs everywhere. I still need to spawn proof everything else. But, oh, you can hear it. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Go ahead. Look at that. Look at all these slime blocks. So all this slime here, we're going to have to get a hopper minecart passing under that will be able to pick them up through the floor. Actual dealing with that. But a few minutes and I've already gotten stacks. So this is everything I need for quite a while. Okay, well, as much as I would like to show off some more stuff, or at least get into some other build for this video, unfortunately, this has taken way too long for me to make. I don't have as much time availability as I would usually like to just keep making videos like this or just keep adding to it. With that said, I'm just going to wrap things up here, and I'm going to hope I can get something else out pretty soon, some other update or just some progress on the server, either by next week, or it might honestly take 2 weeks to get something like that out. But that's all. For anyone who's watching, hope you guys enjoyed at least some part of it.